Cash One Pawn, Missoula's #1 pawn shop.
You want money? We got money. You need money? We got money. We're cash.
Do yourself a favor and make Cash One Pawn part of your online shopping habits. Cash One Pawn has an awesome online inventory, everything from firearms to power tools to speaker equipment to jewelry. Visit Cash One Pawn today.
Cash One Pawn.
8720 Roller Coaster Road, CashOnePawn.com.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Town Pump. Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess speaking of that, Adam, just some preseason accolades you've got, just thoughts on those?
I kind of work very tight, and I can kind of relate. I think it's flattering to hear that, and it's cool to see your name on that list with all those players, but it is kind of a reflection of our last year's team and the work that those guys put in, and so much of that wasn't me. I mean, we had so much talent around me, and that really helps me now, so I think that really speaks to what last year's team was, and kind of just motivates me to go out there and do it all again. So.
You were a little banged up in the spring. What was that recovery process like for you?
Yeah, it was tough. It was longer than I expected. I ended up having to get surgery and get something fixed, so kind of an uphill battle and doing PT, and you're not out there with the guys, you feel disconnected. So, but at the same time, it gave me time to kind of step back and look at the game from a different point of view and look at myself from a different point of view. So I also grew in a lot of ways. So.
Coming in this season after the year that you had compared to freshman year, how have things kind of changed for you coming into this year?
For me, I kind of like to always have that little brother mindset, that underdog mentality. I am a little brother. I've always been picked on and looked up to the older guys. So I think that's kind of how I want to go about this season as well. I got to go out there and prove it all over again. And, I know these preseason honors are going to mean anything when it gets to January and February when all that stuff comes out. So I think doing whatever it takes to keep my name in the mix and doing whatever it takes to help this team win is what I'm focused on.
Last season, you talked about how much Julius was there for you and helped you in your development. He told us in spring ball you guys are evil twins. So how excited are you to get out on that field as a 1-2 punch next to him?
Really excited. I think just having Julius back and healthy is everyone's going to benefit from that, from the energy he brings on game day. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's pretty contagious and it gets us all going. And I'm ready to pump him up because he was a really good teammate, a leader to me last year, and brought me through some times where maybe I wasn't as confident myself as he was in me. So I'm excited to support him and for us to be out there together.
And then as a whole, how confident are you in this running back room?
Very confident. I think, these preseason lists, I think our running back room specifically could have 3 or 4 dudes that should be on that list. So that's kind of the expectation I have.
What do you think the next step is for you guys as a football program?
I think the next step is finding ways to, how college football is, to keep that culture and of team and loving each other and wanting to do whatever it takes for, the 2025 Bobcats and having that last throughout the whole season. The ebbs and flow of the season can be tough on a team, and there's things that can fracture a team and bring people down. So I think whatever it takes to keep this team together and keep us all going in the same direction, I think is where we can go.
Big Sky Breakdown, proudly presented by the Bobcat Collective at Montana State. The Bobcat Collective is the NIL collective that serves Montana State University student athletes. The collective has partnered with Montana State to connect fans, alumni, businesses, and local nonprofits with Montana State student athletes. Opportunities through the collective allow student athletes to earn compensation while serving the greater Montana State University community. Sign up now for memberships and enjoy automatic entry into raffles for free tickets while supporting the bright minds at Montana State. They have multiple different membership tiers, and you can also be a one-time supporter, and you can also business partner or corporate supporter. Visit bobcatcollective.com for more. There's always a party in Montana, whether you're going to a wedding, a football game, a concert. Montana Party Bus can get you there safe and will take you anywhere in Montana. You can relax with friends in style, luxury, and safety. Western Montana based for local and regional travel within Montana borders. Montana Party Bus is great for both large and small groups with a capacity of up to 30 guests. If you want to elevate your event, call them anytime, 406-200-8096. You can also visit mtpartybus.com. Travel anywhere in Montana in style with the Montana Party Bus.
Last season, you just looked up the seniors so much. You talked about that class a lot. What was your biggest takeaway from that group that you want to bring into the rest of your career?
I think just how those dudes were as men, the character they showed on and off the field, how they went about every part of their life is something that I looked up to last season and want to bring along and keep that in this program. They brought this program up 4 years ago. We didn't have this building here. We didn't have that indoor being built, and that's not what we did. It's what they did. So keeping following in their footsteps, stepping up this program through the next 3 years and whatever I can do to help that out.
I want to talk about how many of those guys left and all the players you guys lost. So how have you kind of been using that as motivation to show what you still have here?
Yeah, I think we have a younger team, but with being young, I think that creates hunger on the team. I think we have a bunch of dudes that are chomping at the bit to get out there and show everybody what they can do. And I think you're going to see quickly how talented we have this team, and these young players are going to be on that field. I think it's going to be fun. And you guys are going to see some new names in the mix, and it's going to be a good time.
The indoor facility, just what are your initial thoughts on what you've seen so far?
It's beautiful. It's huge for one, but just this program, this university has taken such a step in all areas, in academics and in sports, and it's just as a whole moving above and beyond. So I think when you walk around Bozeman, there's cranes everywhere on campus, so it's pretty cool. And the indoor is just one of those things where it's going to give us that advantage over other teams when they don't have that. So,
who are some new faces that you think might pop up on offense this year?
I think Chris, we got him at wide receiver. I think he's going to be a dude. He's not young, but he has experience coming in. He's really talented. We don't have an answer at quarterback right now, so you guys are going to. We have 3 dudes who really could do it and be stepping in that position right now, so that's going to be a good one. I think of Braden Zimmer, an offensive tackle, so much potential, and he's going to have a big camp, and I think he's going to be right in there, and I'm excited for him. And there's a ton of other dudes that you guys will see. So.
What are your initial thoughts on the start to the season? Your breakout campaign started against FBS New Mexico, just starting the season at Oregon and then hosting South Dakota State.
I think what an opportunity we have in front of us. I'm super excited to go to an FBS school like Oregon, and you have a lot of attention for those games. So I think doing whatever it takes to put this program in a position to be successful in that game, I think is what I'm looking at as. I think, and then the next game, South Dakota State at home. We have some business that we need to take care of there, and we haven't done that in the past. So we're really hungry to show the people how much this program has grown. So we're excited and hungry for those opportunities.
How much motivation does the way last year ended provide for you guys coming into this year?
A lot, yeah. I think it was really hard to get over that. It took some time. There's still, when I think back to that game, there's still a couple of plays that, get me fired up. And I was just talking to still talking to Ort about what that season meant, what he thinks we could have done. A ton of motivation. I mean, everyone in this program knows how close we were, but we fell short. So we know we had some stuff to grow on. We got a little ahead of ourselves, and so I think there's a ton of motivation, and we're gonna have to use that this season.
Well, good.
Thanks, Ed.
All right.
Thanks, Adam.
Being in this industry since